There's a Nigerian based in Cape Town. He owns 800 RDP houses. Our people are paying rent to him. When you go to Terfontein, our people are renting houses from Nigerians. What type of government do we have? And at the back of that house, they are selling drugs.
Good morning, beautiful people. How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to the channel. Yes, you guys know, man, they call me Mr. J if this is your first time tuning in, and we are proudly motherland over here. Wherever you're watching Mr. J from, it's always an honor to stop by and chit chat with you and have you check out what I have to say. And I know that down in the comment section, man, we do communicate and we exchange ideas. That's the sole purpose of me doing these reactions. And this vlog, I want us to talk about the recent video somebody sent to me. And shout out to you, my brother, out there in Europe doing you. So love. We won as motherlandian, you feel me? But before we do get started, I want you to think about being part of the family, okay? Do not forget to subscribe. Somebody sent me a video a couple of hours ago, and this video is of a South African. He went on the podcast, and he was talking about there's a Nigerian who owns 800 RDP houses, and South Africans are paying rent to this Nigerian person, in quotes, and to push it, or I don't know, to make it sound real threatening, he said they are selling drugs behind these houses. Now, I don't know how he knew that this guy owns 800 RDP houses, and I don't know how he knew that they were selling, or they are busy selling drugs behind these houses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after watching this video, I had to do some research, because it's always good to react on things with facts, you feel me? So we are going to talk about that. Now, for the past couple of days, man, social media around Africa have been trending on this whole South Africa hating Nigeria situation, to the fact that they are calling on their governments to ban Nigerians from entering into their country. Now, speaking as an African, as a son of Africa, I do believe that we need to debunk some of these hatred. We need to debunk some of these xenophobic attacks, and we need to debunk some of these how can I say, some of these attacks that are is it wickedness, or is it just sheer ignorance? Let's watch the video, and before I get into what I have to say, let's watch the video.
There's a Nigerian based in Cape Town. He owns 800 RDP houses. Our people are paying rent to him. Now, you must tell me, what type of government do we have? There's others here. When I campaign, when you go to Terfontein, our people are renting houses from Nigerians. What type of government do we have?
But clearly that's a policing issue as well.
No, it's a leadership issue. It's a leadership issue. If you are not leading for the police to do what's right, then we're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
I went with the MMC of Public Safety last week, Saturday, to Hillbrow and to UV. People are renting from Nigerians. A guy said there's a Congolese guy who comes here once a month to collect money for rent. And at the back of that house, they are selling drugs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard this guy, and man, the propaganda is not stopping. This is just pure hatred. But let's look at this from an educative point of view, man. Let's give this a realistic point of view. So he said there is a Nigerian who owns 800 RDP houses. And just before we proceed, man, RDP houses are meant to be government houses that were constructed for the poor people, for the poor masses of South Africa. And there's no doubt in my mind that, and some of you, that majority of those occupants of these RDP houses are black South Africans. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is not to say anything bad. It is normal, man. Every society has, a poor majority. And let me say this. This man saying that a Nigerian owns 800 of these RDP houses might sound outrageous to you, but when you get into the black and white print to understand that RDP houses can be bought and RDP houses can be sold. Yes, although they are government properties, they can be bought and sold. Now, the first way is you can buy them outright from the government, or you can buy them from the occupant. Now, let me tell you, RDP houses can be sold by occupant. However, there is a given rule that somebody needs to stay in them for 8 good years. So if you are a poor South African, you stay in an RDP house for 8 years, you can sell that house. So when somebody goes on a podcast and says on the record that a foreigner owns 800 of these houses, I would like him to give us, which I doubt, to give us the name of this occupant who owns 800 houses. But that's not what we want to talk about. Can it be sold and can it be bought? Yes. Can it be bought by a foreigner? Of course it can be bought by a foreigner. On what grounds? Ladies and gentlemen, countries around the world, you can be born in one country and you become a citizen of that country around the world. There are countries around the world that have a citizen path through naturalization. They have different paths to citizenship. Are there Africans living out in other countries in the world and they own properties? Of course they do. Are there Africans born in countries in Africa and they are citizens of other countries in the world? Of course they do, through naturalization. And of course, South Africa, just like any other country on earth, they have citizenship path through naturalization. One of these is you have to be, it is enshrined in the Constitution of South Africa. If a foreigner moves to South Africa legally and they have a resident permit for 5 years, they can seek citizenship. You feel me? If you live in South Africa as a foreigner legally and you are married to a South African, after 5 years, you can also seek for citizenship. And if you do apply and you are granted citizenship, you have your papers as a South African, of course, you can own properties anywhere in that country. It is not illegal. And I'm sure that we do have a lot of South Africans who live in other parts of the world and they own properties that they put on rent. So when you see somebody with this much ignorance, it's rather unfortunate that it is always black South Africans who go out and propagate and promote this propaganda of xenophobia and hate. To what? I don't know what you guys have against the Nigerians per se, but I do know that wherever Nigerians go, you can say good or bad, they always strive to succeed. Now, there are a lot of successful Nigerians, upright Nigerians in South Africa and around the world. Statistics have shown that in the diaspora, the Nigerians are one of the, when you talk about Africa, they are one of the most successful groups of people globally. Now, for this guy to come out and say, oh, he owns 800, as if it is a crime to do that, do you know if this Nigerian is already a South African citizen through naturalization, or he was married to a South African? And do you know all of these things? Or you just come online and you just say things just to spur up hate with your citizens, with your people in South Africa, who ignorantly don't even know some of these things, and they will run with it and start killing and doing xenophobic things towards Nigerians. And the other thing he said in the video is, and behind these houses, they are selling drugs. How do you know that they are selling drugs? This fella talking, how do you know? But because you're talking about Nigerians, I don't know why black South Africans think that the moment you add drug related to a Nigerian, it makes it bonafide that they are bad people. I'm going to end this here. I want you to leave your comment and let me know. Do you think that this man going on this podcast and saying that there is a Nigerian owning 800 RDP houses, do you think that he is in his right senses? Or do you think that he is speaking from a point of power? What do I mean by power? That he has all his facts checked. To be sure. Because to me what I see is jealousy and envy. If you don't know how Nigerians are making money, which I will not actually tell you that I don't think that every Nigerian in South Africa is into illegal drugs like you guys always promote. There definitely are medical doctors, engineers, and other good Nigerians living in South Africa with money and power to buy things. And we all know that majority of our black South Africans like money. Hit that subscribe button, man. Leave your thought, man. That's me, man.